Forgot to mention, before we start today's video, I'm going to be live streaming tonight on Twitch. We're going to be testing out, obviously I haven't been able to live stream in fucking ages because my internet's been crappy. I'm going to give it a go, see how it goes. If it doesn't work, then, you know, no harm, no foul, but I want to see if we can actually start streaming again. Come check it out. If you're a patron, you automatically get that VIP if you're above a certain Patreon tier. It's all updated on Patreon, so go and have a look. Enjoy the episode, friends. As the last true successor to Alexander the Great, I figured we should really roleplay this series, dial it up to 11 with the whole roleplay aspect of things. As you can see, I've started that off well. I've renamed every holding in our domain to Alexandria to help represent the fact that we are indeed the successor to Alexandria. Our son, I may even rename to Alexandria when he comes of age on his 18th birthday. We may adjust things and have him called Prince Alexandria of New Alexandria. Of course, that also means that the duchy level title is New Alexandria, and the kingdom is also New Alexandria. This is going to get incredibly confusing when we have sieges, when we go to war, because it's going to say that Alexandria has fallen, and I'm going to have to look through every domain. But honestly, we have to do it. What choice do I have? Now, taking it to the next level, I'm also going to try and hold historically relevant provinces. I don't exactly know where key provinces were in Alexander's empire. I'm going to assume it's just the usual sort of Constantinople, Alexandria, Baghdad, Babylon, Damascus, those style areas. I will have a look, see what were considered key holdings in Alexander's conquest, and we will keep those as our own personal domain. Give away any other shit. Like, was Cyprus? I doubt it. I'm kind of happy to give that away. Obviously, our capital will remain Alexandropolis, which is what it's called now. The capital of which, of course, is Alexandria. The capital, the castle, sorry, in the capital, Alexandria. The city, also Alexandria. This is going to get very confusing very quickly. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lux Invicta. Okay, so last episode, we obviously took Constantinople, we took Athens, we took Sparta, all very, very relevant locations. I actually want to get Greece done by this episode. Greek, past tense. We're going to get it done by this episode. We will rename it to, I'm thinking, Alexandria. So, how many men have we got left? We didn't quite get to the retinue stage, did we? No, we just increased our retinue cap. These boys are so incredibly good that I'm kind of happy to focus all research on military organization for a while, or the equivalent in this, which is martial professionalism. Not quite the same as the base game. A lot of these are different. It's going to take me a long time to adjust to the advances we've got here. Like even martial code, like morale, levy reinforcement rate, but a lower garrison size. That's very good as far as I'm concerned. Basically means you can play. You know what? I'm going to use some terms that aren't relevant to CK2. This is DPS rather than tank. More stronger armies. More stronger, not necessarily. Stronger armies, but lower defense. I like this. I think this is good. This is our power play. This is probably what we're going to go for. Increased levy reinforcement rate. Quick, heavy, damaging wars where we're getting a lot out of it before they're able to retaliate and siege us down. This sounds like a good plan. Mercantile code. Tax modifier. Whoa. Whoa, a flat tax modifier of 12.5%. That's absurd. Wow, okay. Missionary code. Let's move on past that one. Humanism is very similar to your regular tolerance there. Gives vassal opinion. What's the highest level? Plus 15 vassal opinion. Jesus, that's massive. Wow. Pluralism. Temple tax, or temple taxes, I suppose, if it's pluralism. 6.2% there. Opinion penalty for different religion, 12.5%. That's very good. Divine right, what does that do? That's just short reign, is it? Okay, that's irrelevant. Short reign -8 is not very good. Definitely not worthwhile. Yeah, it's going to take me a while to get used to all these changes. I mean, look at this stuff. Urbanism, local build cost modifier, -10%. The tech seems incredibly powerful in this. It's just a shame we've got all the shitty tech, like, Eclair. That button. Oh my god, my alarm's going off. Time to wake up. It's a bit early for that. Engineering, that gives us also build time modifier. Man, seems like the build time modifier could get very, very OP. That's -43%. That's -80%. So you could get to the -100% modifier very, very quickly. Jesus, what? That doesn't seem right. It almost seems like they haven't thought that through. Especially given that with China, you can also get the Master Engineer, reducing it by another, what, 20%? The Dragon Amulet on top, giving you another 20%. That doesn't seem entirely right, but okay, fair enough. Yeah, I do think that, I do like the idea of the martial code. Big, strong armies, weak provinces, which we can then buff up with just gold afterwards, right? So focus on tax, focus on army. We don't give a shit about garrisons. I don't really give a shit about, you know, short reign or anything like that. It's kind of irrelevant. Let's get ourselves set up before we really go into this campaign. We've got a lot to do. So, our Polmarchos, you are going to train troops in Alexandria, naturally. This is going to get very confusing for my chancellors. They're gonna really be screwed on this one. My son, I would like to collect taxes in Alexandria. Which one, you ask? It doesn't matter, any of them. Mysticos, man, our Spymaster is pretty crappy, eh? It's kind of the best we've got, though. You know, the next in line hates me. He is a vassal, but he does hate me as well, so we won't be doing that. Alright, council's good. We've got minor titles to give out. There was a button that automatically gave these out, but I don't think it's working. Digital Empire, loan decisions. Hang on. There is an Empire of Alexandria, right? Hellenic hegemony is pretty close. There isn't an Alexandrian Empire, though, by the looks of it. It says Carthage, Celtic. Yeah, no, I can't see one. Okay, fair enough. Maybe it's de jure. Maybe there's a de jure Empire of Alexander. Hellenic hegemony is probably the closest we're going to get, right? Sinope, Paphos, Smyrna, and Lacedaemon. Okay, sure. That could be it. We might have to go for that one. Now, but there's also the Ptolemaici there, which the Ptolemies were the sort of successors of Alexander's empire in Egypt. So we might also need to make that one. So we need Paphos, Kyrene. Oh, Alexandria. Right, there we go. So actually, the Ptolemaici one here might be more appropriate. I'm not sure. I'll leave it up to you guys to let me know which one you think. Control knowledge. Allows us absolute control over the army for 500 piety. I think that's fine. Is that the equivalent of changing the law then? Let's take a look. I will assume so. Let's see if it switches over. If it does, that's incredible. Boom. We've done it. Absolute control on the army. Look at that. Okay, so the city vassal opinion is minus 30, which I don't really give a shit about. Vassal tax is up 40%. Minimum levy is up 40%. Vassal opinion is up 20 points. That's insanely good. That's huge. Okay, well, that's a great start. Survey the round, probably not a bad idea. It's 13 gold, you know, just to keep the round happy. That's fine. Search for a smith. Because this is pre-Holy Fury, I'm gonna be waiting for the Empire level title, and then we need to save up like it's 3.5 times our yearly income plus another 1,000 flat gold if we're lucky to get that, which will give us the quality 4 items. That's going to be expensive. That's going to be really expensive. We're going to be looking at, with our current income, not, you know, the 1,000 gold is going to be the big part of it to get the quality 4 item. We should definitely wait before we do that. Even when we get an empire, we need to wait a lot longer. Okay, I think let's just basically attack whoever the hell we can right now, because I imagine our troops, actually, we should let our levies reinforce. Now that we've got that slightly higher levy size, yeah, we should definitely let ourselves reinforce. We'll have almost 6,000 men. Let's go traveling. It's so good for you. Let's go traveling. All right. Dear father, your wisdom and mercy are literary. Thank you, my son, Alexander. You and your fellow travelers happen to meet with a small caravan of merchants. As it so happens, you both are headed to the same city. I could have said all of those and it would have made sense. Thanks, English. The merchants, seeing that you and your men are well armed, request you escort them. Sure. Why not? I mean, is there any downside to that? Oppressive ruler, we can rob him. We, as the king of Alexandria, can just rob this random merchant. It gives us intrigue, gives us general opinion minus 15, tax modifier plus 3%. That's pretty good. If we were well loved, if we were an immortal character with that massive long range bonus, I would consider that. But no, we'll protect them naturally. Get the trait kind, or we get given a gift. You know what? I'd prefer the trait kind. We don't have it already. Let's go for it. Nope, unlucky. The feuding between Epistatus Alexandria and Epistatus Alexander of Alexandria, have both reached your court and can no longer be ignored. I'm going to say both are acting like quarreling children, give us the moral authority. Either that or it's basically you piss one off and gain favour with one. I'd rather just gain a slight hit on both and gain the prestige, to be honest with you. Okay, my other son, Prince Alexander, is ill. He's got the flu. I instead... What do we want to train this kid in? Perceptive and Observant both give martial, right? They do. Observant is a very good trait. That's like an insanely good trait. Maybe you get Observant from Perceptive. I'm not sure. He's got Formidable Fighter. He has Rowdy. He has Idolizer. He's not going to come out a good character no matter what we educate him, so why not? Let's go for a backup son just in case our other son dies horribly. You're about halfway through your survey of the realm, and all we did was escort a merchant. It's a small realm. Having travelled for several days, you come across a large estate. Hundreds of peasants are out in the field, working hard to ensure the crops are taken care of in a proper manner. It's quite a wonder to see where all your food comes from. This is the glory of Alexander the Great's work, or we can say it's an amazing testament to the power of men. Clearly, it was Alexander. I'm sensing a trend here. The survey is almost complete. We've got one more thing to do. We can hire ourselves a soldier, or 50% chance of getting one marshal. Holy shit, that's good. We didn't get it, which is a shame, but if we can do that sort of, it's what, every 5 years or so? That's insanely good. Right, we have another decision available. Hold a festival in honor of Alexander. Sure, why not? Starters we mean to go on. Everybody's saying no. They will all die. How dare they turn their back on Alexander the Great. All praise Alexander. Classic. I'm going to get sick of that name. Vassal opinion increased by 15. That's so good. Thank you. Anti-Alcadas, I'm going to grant you the province of Alexander Island. to hold eternally for you and your dynasty, only because we're over our domain limit, and obviously I don't want to give away Constantinople or anything, and I quite like having these staging grounds on the mainland. So, you know what? That can be governed by my good friend, Hipparch Anti-Alcidas, like I said. So, we need a new counselor. Oh my god, he's okay. He's really, really good. Right, so let's get you proselytizing. Oh my god, they're all separate religions, aren't they? Solar Imperial. That's not right at all. Okay, bring to them the word of Alexander, and make sure they know it. Now, what if you want to see the de jure kingdoms map? Let's take a look. The de jure duchies is, as you would imagine, a mess. Wow, it's a massive mess. Not too different from the base game, looking at it. Not that I can see it's too different, anyway. The de jure kingdoms is probably a bit more interesting, so we've got sort of Germania there. Again, not too different. Venice is much different to the base game, because normally Venice spreads out into Croatia. They've sort of made that a bit more around sort of Venice, Treviso, that area. It's looking very similar. England has about, what is that, 5 different kingdoms there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6, 7, 8, like 8 different kingdoms. Lots of small kingdoms in this mod. Okay, fair enough. But lots of small kingdoms. Look at Spain as well. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not in the duchy map mode, am I? No, I'm absolutely not. Wow, that's crazy. There are the de jure empires. There is, obviously, the Byzantine Empire there, the Eastern Roman Empire, Pannonia, the Rus, Turkey, as in the Turkish steppes, obviously not Anatolia, Turkey. We've got Miklariki, sure, why not? Britannia is much, much smaller, obviously, than in the base game, because that is England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales in the base game. HRE, very, very small as well. Wow, this is really different. Mali, classic, massive, Axum there in Ethiopia, or Abyssinia, I should say. North Africa, the Levant. Yeah, very, very different. India is obviously not the entire subcontinent either. Wow. I kind of like it, though. I do think that's quite a nice change. Like, huge empires but smaller kingdoms is kind of cool. It also breaks up this horrible sort of HRE blob. I like that SPQR is instead just basically Italia. It's just Italy and Corsica and Sardinia there. Very weird. Alright. Well, that was interesting. That's like a really interesting map. I can't imagine we'll see many of these empires from. You know what? The HRE already exists. How is that? What happened with the Carlings then? I assume it was still Charlemagne, right? Oh god, yeah, okay, here we go. Charles the First of the HRE, there we are. Interesting. Charles Pepin. Man, this is horrible. And man, some of the portraits are also fucked up again as well. Never mind. Yeah, very weird. Look at that. What a state. It's Carloman. Yeah, so that was Charlie. Okay, fair enough. So everything seems the same, even though it's kind of old history. It's still similar in some regards. Any good stuff? It's got the Iron Crown of Lombardy too. Very weird. Man, this is kind of messed up. We won't worry about it too much. Obviously, they're in an irrelevant part of the world. They're not part of the glorious empire of Alexandria. We need to go to war. We've been at peace for so long. Oh man, they're kind of large. We need to put these guys down because they're far too powerful at this stage. We've got army levies raised. Let's put those boys down. How many troops have they got? 2,800. We in turn have 1,400. That's not right. Where did all my men go? We had almost 6,000 a minute ago. Oh, because it... Wait, was it because my son was our regent? No, that wouldn't affect it, surely. I'm not entirely sure. Well, let's hand out minor titles. Okay, we'll click that one again. Fuck it, get rid of those. Now, what we can do, this is interesting, is we can just basically straight up take out the Basilius here. He's got 1 province left. He has just got 1 province left. Oh, he's also got the holdings in Constantinople there. I think we just take him out. Honestly, I think we just absolutely get rid of the dude. He's not a powerful man, but obviously he's influential. He's classically a very powerful empire. I think we just get rid of him. Emperor, I should say. Obviously, not much of an empire left now. I think we should just get rid of him. Like just wipe him out. Now, oh shit, hang on. They already have holdings in... What does he have? Oh, the Hagia Sophia. That would make sense. Okay, we'll deal with, obviously, his capital first and see if we can kill any of his troops in the process. I know why we've lost troops, because I gave away the island, didn't I? Right, and I imagine that Constantinople is less upgraded. We'll go meet on the island. That way I can get all my boats nicely merged as well. Alright, let's go, team. Do we want to take out the Hagia Sophia first? Oh, we lost trade temperate. Well, that's not too terrible. It could be worse. No, we'll just go for his capital in response. Gonna try scurvy. That's annoying. You were at sea for 5 minutes? Must be scurvy. Right, so we absolutely want to lead the army, so let's take him out. There should be no problem at all, even though we are, naval landing into it. It's only a few hundred troops. Alright, 26%. Let's take his capital out. Oh my god, I've got a long siege and takes in this. Alright, hang on a minute. This could take a while. Is it a different dude? Oh no, it's absolutely the same dude. He's just stopped leading armies. Okay, this could take a while. There's one province down. Let's head over to... Ah, man, should we just let this one finish off? I don't like staying here because obviously they got smallpox, but we might as well. Oh, God. Rhodian peasant revolts. That's on the Isle of Rhodes, I imagine. 1,300 men. A little bit annoying, but there is a strait crossing, which means we don't have to take the naval landing penalty. Let's deal with the Basilius first, because that's only 1,300 men. They'll have to leave that island eventually. They can't just sit there forever, and they haven't got any boats. So when they get out, we'll move in and take it out. Worst case scenario, we just surrender to them and take it back later on. It's not a big deal. Right, 100% war score. Obviously, I don't want to lose it. I'm not going to do that. Right, thank you. Goodbye, Basilius. There he was. The final Basilius is gone. He's got some good artifacts, which I kind of like. Let's kidnap him, see if we can't take those artifacts for ourselves. Right. We have taken that. Thank you very much. I didn't even want this island, but I figured why not, eh? Right, let's give that away. First things first. Excuse me a second. Alexandria. There we go. In honor of Alexander the Great, funnily enough, I'm going to name this province Alexandria. Ruler? No. Let's give it to Xenon. Excellent name. Alright, you may have... Oh, God, what's it actually called? Ufiusa. Ufiusa. Why? Oh, shit, someone else is trying to take it. Oh, it's this dude. Right, okay. That's who the Basilius was at war with then. Okay, well, this will take no time at all, because obviously we are disgustingly powerful. Could we assault this down? Now, normally, like I've said before, my ratio is sort of 10 to 1 on attackers to defenders. We could give this a go and see just how they've balanced assaulting down. That's exactly the same, I'd say. That to me seemed almost no different. 65% war score. This is a defensive war, so we're also going to get a shit ton of gold out of this as well. Let's put the boats down. We don't need them anymore. Like, we can just march those troops back up to Constantinople, and we've got to deal with Rhodes as well in a second, so we might as well put those guys down, save us some money here and there. Speaking of which, we should be investing back into the capital, I think. So, let's go with... Oh, man, 2% morale of armies for that, and there's 14 levels of it. Jesus Christ. Wow. I mean, Glorious Alexander. That's so powerful. I mean, the herding's also pretty good as well for the taxes. Let's go with... That gives the levy size plus 0. It's not very much, but it also... Oh, man, it takes a long time to build, though. Man, 21 gold to get that very, very tiny bonus, but it takes 300 days. Shit, we need to invest in building as soon as possible, then. Right. Build cost. Oh, that's build cost. Right. Okay, earlier in the episode, I was like, well, that's unbelievable. But actually, that's build cost. This is build time. So we want to go for engineering, I'd say. Minus 31%. That's already quite significant. Okay, then. Let's go for... It's not huge, but it is quite significant. Let's go for limited farming, I guess, for the taxes and for the armies. That's not terrible. It will add up along with our technology as well. I might even have you oversee construction. Oh no, you're better. Sorry, son, you're fired. You're going to inherit anyway, so I don't know why you care. Right, let's get you overseeing that. That's going to take us down by another 40%. How long is it going to take now? Wow, look at that. That's pretty decent. If we can get the dragon amulet from China, then we'll be in a really, really powerful situation. And speaking of China, to the heavenly, obviously not to the heavenly, we're not Chinese, so we probably wouldn't address us like that. I aim to please, thank you. I sent them a physician, because they're in the middle of a devastating plague, so you can send physicians. Now, you used to be able to send aid, but maybe we need to be an emperor to do that, I'm not entirely sure. Either way, I would like a Chinese artifact, if you don't mind. Fingers crossed, no, you can't get the dragon amulet via this, can you? So this is going to be maybe a weapon. We've got Gemming's Chronicles, so it would basically be a weapon... some crappy item like a tapestry or statue, or generally a book. But most highest chance are weapons and books. Give up the most of those. What did that give us? Stewardship +1, monthly wealth +1. That would be huge. That's actually really significant right now. That's an extra, quarter of our income there. We need learning greater than 6. Oh my god, how stupid are you? Well, our son will definitely be able to do that because obviously he's quick. So that's very, very useful. That will help out in the long term. Comes Germanos of Chios is applying for the vacant position of Hierophant. Absolutely. Welcome aboard, my friend. Don't know what position that is, and I don't know what it'll do for you, but that's fine. Okay, 80%. They've sieged down, unfortunately, Alexandria. Okay, this is where it gets confusing, eh? Oh, man, it's going to take so long. Seriously? Oh, the sieging. I really don't like it in this. I really, really hate it. I think we're going to have to rely quite heavily on... Oh, my God. We're going to have to rely quite heavily on assaulting provinces down in that case. Otherwise, we're going to be here for decades. Remember when I said I don't want to hang around here because they've got smallpox? Well, they're not the only one. We, as well, have the smallpox. Now, we've survived much, much worse. What do we have? We had camp fever, wounded, and crap like that. Stressed, smallpox, there's -4 health. We are strong, so -3 health. Still quite a high chance of us dying, though. So I'm not a big fan of this. We're going to write to... Okay, we are fine. We're good. Successful crusade. Well done, Catholics. Dear Basilius Philippos VIII of New Alexandria, this agreement can lead to a better understanding between our people. We are now friends with Lombardy. How big is Lombardy right now? That's not where... What? Oh, right, he's at war. I see. You know what? They're actually pretty sizable in terms of kingdoms in the map right now. That's quite a good friend to have. Could even form an alliance eventually, but I'm not a big fan of that because they'll be calling us into war constantly, so not going to be doing that. Now, our other ally, wherever the hell he's gone, has basically been decimated. He used to be a... Wait, what? Oh! No, our other ally is gone. Yeah, no, that's the Peasant Revolt. I remember now. Yeah, how could I forget? Man, Galatia is huge. Galatian... Celtic? Celtic? What? What's the story behind this then, I wonder? They've been here since, the first year, 1 AD. Why are they here? That's so strange. Okay, fair enough. We need to watch out for that. They're our biggest enemy right now, by far. As long as we can unite this part of Greece over this side of the river, we should be good, I think. I don't think we need to worry about them, you know, encroaching too much on us at that point. Well, that took 6 years to in a defensive war that we inherited. That's absurd, and we didn't even really get much gold for it either. Right, let's deal with this goddamn Peasant Revolt. Now, we're taking a straight crossing. I'm not a big fan of that. We did lose straight stress, though. Yeah, 1,200 men versus 1,700 men over a straight crossing. Now, what's the... Well, I need to remind myself what the penalty is. I mean, also, they could have changed it in this. So, risk it. Yeah, that's not good. It's the same as the base game, but that's still not ideal. Have we got any more troops kicking around? We do somewhere. I want to bring the whole army for this, because I'm not entirely confident that we'll win that as a guarantee. Right, drop them all over there. Drop them all over at whatever the hell this place was. And that should be more than enough troops to make up the difference, I'd say. Yeah, that's probably going to save it for us, I'd say. Alright, come down, troops. Help out your Basilius, Alexander, the new king of Alexandria. It's 1,000 men, they lost some more. Oh, because they're the garrison. Right. So if you really wanted to be stupid about it, you could sit here and let them obviously leave men behind with each garrison and then move in, but 66%, I'm not risking that anymore. Right, this should be fairly easy, I think. They are peasants as well, right? It's all light infantry. Goodbye. We managed to slew Archibius. Archibius is probably... am I right? Is my Greek any good? I doubt it. 100% war score. Thank you very much. Goodbye, my friend. Alright. Ariarathes. Let's, banish him. Has he got any gold? I could do with gold right now, if you don't mind. Just execute him, I guess. Fuck off. I think that was the first man executed by New Alexandria. That is an honor. You will be forever remembered in history as the first dude to die. That's actually how they're going to write it out in the books. First dude to die. I like the little loop-de-loop there we were doing. Did you see that? I don't think the move route was working quite right. All right. I want to focus on upgrading Constantinople itself, then, because it's going to be our capital, right? Man, I'm not too happy about these buildings taking so long to build, but to be fair, everything else takes ages. This is going to be a long campaign, I think. This is going to be a really, really long campaign. So we can launch the Glorious Conquest, which I think is a casus belli because we're a descendant of Alexander, if we have natural leader, ambitious, authoritative, proud, arrogant, selfish, greedy, pompous, demanding. So, oh, we also must not have content, weak-willed, or submissive. Now, our son, I believe, ticks all of those boxes. He has everything that we need to be able to launch Glorious Conquest. Like I said, I mean, this dude is basically Alexander reborn, right? Formidable fighter, patient, Cult of Serapis. Okay, fair enough. Gregarious, obviously, arbitrary as well. This kid is actually really, really good. Get rid of an arbitrary would be great, but he's fulfilled all the boxes. I think it's time to do some Glorious Reconquest. I almost just want this dude to die. He's a great character. Look, we've really turned around his life. He was a fat drunkard. Now he's a glorious military leader who has really expanded his horizons, literally and physically. What about Nicaea? Those guys, I'm worried, are just going to get immediately swallowed up by Galatia there, who are very, very powerful. We are stronger than them. Oh my god, we can just vassalize them. That would really put a bee in their bonnet. That would really piss on their bonfire. I'm a big fan of this. Alright, so 1,000 prestige. Not ideal, but we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more provinces under us. They're also being targeted by Gothia. Right. This blind... Oh, incapable. Right, okay, so he's never actually going to be able to do that then. This is very cool. Look at this. So this dude doesn't have enough, from what I'm ascertaining from this, he doesn't have enough authority or prestige. So his realm has fallen into complete anarchy. That's very, very cool. Realms following a popular soul religion may descend into anarchy if the ruler lacks authority. Offensive armies do not require maintenance, but they're difficult to handle. They tend to reject authority, but will tolerate cooperation with legions following the same anarchist utopia. Wow. You know what would be very, very cool? A very cool playthrough. North Korea, as in no vassal, that's just like the common word for it, right? No vassals, anarchist playthrough. That would be really, really cool, I think. I'm seeing a lot of potential with this mod for different playthroughs. I really, really love the way they've handled cultures as well. I think that's very, very cool that, well, not that dude, apparently, because fuck him. But, okay, not us either, because fuck us. Was it the religions that actually... No, okay, it's the religion. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Giving all these crazy bonuses. I think that's a really interesting, fun, min-maxy way to play. You know, flipping between religions, depending on what you're doing at the time. So if you're trying to, you know, build up your realm a little bit, you would go and, like, flip over to a religion. Especially if you're playing tall as well, like Venice or something, flip over to a religion that gives you plenty of taxes. When you want to expand, marry someone else, flip over to a religion that gives you levy size. This sounds really, really cool. My mind's going like 100 miles an hour deciding different things to do with this. Now, Venice in this is slightly weaker because they do have land crossings. Man, a Merchant Republic, like, is there any single... Oh, man, the Canaries in this looks kind of cool as well. Or, like, what is this island here? Sati? Part of Mauritania? Okay, the portraits are fucked up again. I thought that might happen. Playing as, like, you know, like Madagascar, playing, like, a really cool Madagascar playthrough or something like that would be really, really interesting, I think. Flipping between all these different religions and testing them out would be... I don't know. I like that idea. I might do that in my spare time, actually, because I'm kind of excited to try that. So, back to Alexander. We've had a nice distraction there. Okay. What do you want to expand to? I honestly think the forced vassalization of this dude might work. I'm basically just waiting for the troops to get to a decent level where I'm comfortable to declare war. We're training troops there. So the levy size on that is actually quite small. That's probably due to the whole new administration thing. In fact, our levy size on everywhere is very, very small right now because everywhere we've conquered still suffers from this. Oh my god, it's got so long on it. Yeah, so they've really stifled the expansion in this mod in quite a lot of ways, and that's definitely one of the larger ones. I mean... The Casus Belli seem quite generous. I mean, especially with our next character, we'll be able to do this Glorious Conquest, but we're not getting anything out of it for such a long time. You've really got to assure that your actual core government and your vassals are pleased. Because if you're, you know, getting rebellions from all these provinces when you haven't got any troops, you're going to be screwed. Okay, fair enough. So, let's sit around, put our feet up for a while, let our troops reinforce, hopefully vassalize this dude as soon as possible. Now, that also shouldn't count as new administration because we're not directly controlling it. We're just going to take it. Try and keep this guy happy. Or maybe even get to the stage where we can revoke his titles. Jovian Hellenic Heresy. Now, the issue we had was that if we take religious revocation, it sets us to Gavelcon, which is horrible. We could try and, I don't know, sow dissent. We could try and make him hate us, get him to plot against us, maybe even force him to rebel. Is there like let's check our available plots right now and see what we can actually do. So we could plot to revoke on them, I guess. Yeah. Secondary counties. How about Duke, who's not its de jure liege? We could potentially use this against our neighbour here and just revoke everything. Or we could just kill them off. You know, we could try and kill off his family. How many members are there of House Justinian? 6. One of which is a woman. So we'd have to kill... Okay, so actually 2 of which are women. So we'd have to kill, like, 3 dudes. That's definitely doable. Oh, sorry, sorry, we've got this really important event and there's me trying to, you know, think of plans, you know, battle plans, realm expansion management. No, we need to ignore that. What sort of hummus am I interested in buying today? The hummus merchant has many varieties available. The plain old hummus. Hummus with some red peppers. Some spicy hummus. Or how about nutty hummus? What do they give? They all give, so, despite what we eat, it's going to be good hummus, giving +1 diplomacy and 0.2 health. This is so dumb. +2 authority. If we eat the nutty hummus, we get authority. Thank God. I know I took a long time on that decision, but I feel like it was definitely worth it. Everybody knows how good hummus is. I gotta admit, I don't really like hummus in real life. I think it's pretty crappy. I want to get off Alexander's wild ride. I don't want this man. Dawn breaks and the caravan prepares to move on. The merchant insists on leaving you a gift. Is this a gift or is this a curse? This is no gift. This is a horrible multi-faced demon. He's got 3 eyes and none of them are looking at me. But all of them are looking right through me. This is horrible. At least his beard's on sort of straight, I guess. Okay, then. I think I will... Oh, he's so horrible. Jesus, can we just chuck him in the ocean? Get rid of him? Arrange him a marriage. Oh, no, we found another one of his kind. You'll be very happy together. Well, look. What she makes up for with a lack of nose, he'll give her an ear and a nose. So that's kind of a win-win, right? They might balance out to a regular human being. I'll never understand why they've done custom sound effects for everything in the game when it sounds worse than the sound effects that are already in the game. Like that. Like, where did they get these sounds from? It's like from Age of Empires 1. Why would you do this? Lords of Crete. Oh, God. Is that Prince Zuko? Are you alright? Basilius Apolophanes. Why did I play here? I need to play somewhere where I can pronounce the names. Can we play, like, modern-day Britain? Oh, great. More fucking hummus. Great. Just what my favourite. Hummus. Delicious. Might as well eat some fucking wall grouting while I'm at it. It's basically got the same consistency, right? Are we good? Nope. This is going to take so long. I really don't like the siege mechanics in this. Everything... It's not appropriate. It will never be appropriate. And if she comes near me again, I will have to stake her. I'll kill her with a silver bullet. I swear to God. Don't go anywhere near my house. It's holy ground. Back, demon, back. Gain the trait. No. Gain the trait. Stressed. I thought we were going to lose it then. Oh, we already did lose it, didn't we? Stressed again. Struggle for the skies. What is this? Fucking Brian Blessed and Flash Gordon. Dive. High Priest. Decebalus. Struggle for the skies. That's incredible. I mean, you could just say Great Holy War, but that's fine. That's fine. Be a weird man. Crusade for Khorasan. That's where Chief Palpatine lives, right? Archigos Golan the Duca. What religion is this? Oh, Manichean? Oh, of course. And then it's followed up swiftly by a Fresca Coretti. What is happening? We surrender under these terms. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so hopefully now, if I'm right, what we do is the following. We put our troops down. We make the duchy. Minus 250 authority. Why did it say that? Normally it just says it... Wait, do we gain authority for making... Do we gain authority for making duchies? Oh, weird. Okay. Let's go to the Holy Order. Let's say, hello, my friend. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime girl. How would you like Thrakas? Oh, he's already a duke. Piss. Wait, no. Then we offer vassalization. No? Not much is your liege. I think you'll find that I fucking am. Oh, you know what? We absolutely aren't. Because that's the de jure duchy of... Yeah, no, okay. I'm a fucking idiot. That's fine, though, you know. How close are we to being vassalized? Base reluctance plus... Oh, goddammit. It's more different. If we were an emperor, we'd absolutely be able to grab him right now. A little bit annoying. We could give him the duchy. No. We need to become king first. That was me being an idiot. I'm a fool. I've betrayed you all. Oh, my God. How have they got the kingdom if they're... Doesn't make any sense. You know what we could do? We could just declare war on this dude, take it off of forced vassalization, take it all, and then we should be able to vassalize this dude as well, and then I can save it, right? I'm a genius. I'm not, clearly. Evidently, because I just gave away some fucking land that we spent ages conquering for no reason. Alright, squad... Okay, if you guys can get over there just by walking, feel free. Go and pick up the dudes from there first. Keep a very close eye on them men, make sure we're not... Oh, we're going to win that. Yes, we are. We're reinforcing. Good work, team. I'm very proud of you all. Hummus all round. It's not actually hummus anymore, obviously. Clearly, I've rebranded it. It's just like chips now. Because I've got culture, you see. Right. Squad up. And not American chips either. Actual chipped, like chipped potatoes. Or as we call them, chips. Because that's what, you know, you chip the potatoes to make them. Never understand that why Americans call chips when they're not chips. They're sliced and fried. That would make more sense to call those fries. These are dark days. My wife, Basilia Kuka Kahunanash. Sounds like is that another Greek dish? Alright, squad up. Young but skilled. Oh, we're missing a court physician. He's actually alright. I mean, he's got renowned physician. He's cruel, though. Strikes me as potentially a bad thing. Right, sorry, I disbanded all those troops by accident. I didn't want to mention it because I thought you guys wouldn't notice, but then it's taken me about 20 minutes to actually get these troops back. Right, there we go. Did they stay on... Hey, get off the... Oh, they're not there. I was going to say, why are they still on the boats? What the fuck? Alright. Squad up. Hit the capital. Take him out. An enemy spy has been captured. Behead him now and send his head back to the enemy. That'll teach him. Alright. Oh, there are their troops. That's convenient. Hello, friend. Right. Dionysius, Philippos, and Alexander. Look at this army. Those three men look very, very similar. Oh, shit. And we're a brilliant strategist now. Oh, that's so good. 25 martial. That's huge. Awesome. 49%. Right, finish off the armies, and then we'll start sieging away. Oh, they went to a different place. Successful. Fracka, yep, whatever. Struggle for the skies. Classic. Thanks, Brian. Let's take them out. 82%. I feel like I'm just going to actually go to each province and see if we can just assault it down. Because honestly, I'm not sure I'm a big fan of... Wait, is that the... No. That's our enemy. Right, okay, they've got very similar crests there. One's a golden bird, one's a golden tree, but they're both on green backgrounds. Right, chase them down. Let's kill them dead, and that might be enough war... This is horrible. This might be enough war score to actually win it for us. Oh, please. We need an organizer or something. There we go. 82%, 100%. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's see if we can form that kingdom level title. A nice bit of expansion. Holy shit, look at that. Man, I was worried that we'd end up with really nothing there. There's the kingdom. Did that give us... I really should have double checked before I did that. Make it our primary. Now if we speak to this dude... Offer us a... No? How much is your liege? Do we have to give him the duchy level title? Grand Line title? I'm going to give it a go. If not, we'll just go to war with him. Yes, there we go. Okay, that did work. Excellent. Nice. Alright. We have ourselves a holy order, which we can raise for free. That's so good. Another 1,000 men. I love that. Byzantion. I'm not a big fan of that name, though. You know what that's going to be called? Byzantion is terrible. That's old-fashioned. Instead, we're going to be called Alexandrion. I feel like that's... Is that even remotely accurate? It sounds kind of cool, though. Look at that. Great video today. Lots of expansion. Thank you for watching. This video was way too long, so I have to cut out some crap here and there. Big shout out to my insane top tier level patrons. Big dick to me, Sean Thornton, Zachary Harris, Arik, Lucas Holting, Jacob Alexander, Fenton, Jackson Woodman, Escape, Crosis, James Ogilvy, Paul, Conspired Seeing, Necrophilum, Michael Mullen, Heydog, Orcs Wolf, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Logan Thorne, Average Gamer 419, I'm the Lizard King, for their support at the insane tier levels on Patreon. These are the guys keeping the channel alive. Thank you all, my friends. And as well to Nathaniel Lindbergh, Facundo Vasquez, Felix Steele, Quet Latchley, Brennan Antoniak, Polmaster, Everqueen, Waifu, Quasar Fox, Chris, Joseph Beer, Sir Thor the Swede, Nick Sedini, Asaro, Jack Allen, Euphrates, Jordan Campbell, Yonder Freeze, Duncan 217, Nathan Flores, and the many, many others. Thank you for your support.